Ever notice how sarcasm can make people laugh, but also make them quietly wonder if they've just been insulted? It's the perfect disguise, a joke that tells the truth, and a truth that hides behind a joke. We use sarcasm to look clever, stay safe, or release tension. But the truth behind sarcasm is this: it's often honesty wearing armor. And the more someone hides behind it, the more truth they're trying to protect or control. It's how people express what they really feel without having to take responsibility for it. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know how to detect sarcasm hidden behind calm voices or fake smiles. Understand the emotional message sarcasm is really sending, and respond to it with clarity, not defensiveness, so you can keep your power in any conversation. Because the most dangerous sarcasm isn't the kind you hear, it's the kind you start to use unconsciously. Sarcasm is one of the oldest defense mechanisms in communication. It comes from the Greek word sarkasian, meaning to tear flesh. Let that sink in. It was never meant to be funny. It was meant to wound softly. And today it's everywhere. In politics, in media, online, at work, even in relationships. A politician dodges accountability with a smirk. Oh, sure, because that's what really happened. A coworker rolls their eyes and says, "Guess I'm the only one doing any work around here." A friend teases, "Wow, you look so confident today." Each sounds playful, but you can feel the sting underneath. That's sarcasm doing its real job. Emotional manipulation through tone. We've seen this tone before. It's the same one politicians, pundits, and even friends use when they want to sound honest without being accountable. Sarcasm is emotional camouflage. It protects, conceals, and manipulates all at once. People use it for one of three reasons: protection, to express truth without getting hurt; superiority, to look smart or maintain control; and avoidance, to redirect tension instead of resolving it. In all three, sarcasm manipulates tone to blur meaning. That's why it's so hard to challenge. If you confront it, they say, "Relax, I was joking." The phrase "I was joking" is the emotional escape hatch of sarcasm. It shifts blame from the speaker to the listener. And in that split second, you start questioning yourself. Am I too sensitive? Did I overreact? That's how sarcasm creates emotional fog. It rewrites truth by weaponizing intonation. And once that tone becomes part of how you speak, it starts shaping not just your conversations, but your identity. You see it on talk shows every night. The hosts use sarcasm as a shield. It keeps audiences laughing instead of thinking. It's why politicians crack jokes mid-scandal. Humor resets attention, tones down accountability, and softens guilt. In biased media, sarcasm is the tonal signal that says, our side is right, their side is ridiculous. It doesn't need facts, just rhythm, voice, and timing. Sarcasm turns complexity into certainty, and certainty into control. And once you start absorbing that tone long enough, you start mimicking it, even in your own relationships. That's how manipulation spreads, not by lies, but by tone contagion. We caught a glimpse of that in the Truman Show effect, why we accept comfortable lies. When comfort replaces curiosity, tone takes over the truth. So how do you disarm sarcasm without losing your composure or your credibility? Here's how to spot what's really being said beneath the smirk. Step 1, listen to the tone, not the words. If the tone doesn't match the message, that's your clue. A compliment that sounds flat or mocking isn't kindness, it's commentary. Sarcasm always hides where tone and truth don't align. Step 2, look for emotional intent. Ask yourself, are they trying to connect or control? Genuine humor connects. Sarcasm isolates. Connection invites clarity. Control creates confusion. Step 3, stay calm and curious. If someone uses sarcasm to deflect truth, say, "You might be joking, but I'd like to understand what you really mean." No accusation, just clarity. Because the moment you stop reacting to tone, you start revealing truth. You don't have to look far to see it either. Think about a simple conversation with a friend. Maybe they say something like, "Wow, look who finally decided to show up on time." Everyone laughs, the tension eases, but underneath the humor, you can feel the sting. They're not joking. They're hurt, frustrated, or trying to save face without saying it directly. Most people respond by joking back or shutting down, but here's a better way. You can disarm the sarcasm without feeding it. Try saying, "Hey, I hear some truth in that. What's really going on?" You've just turned sarcasm into honesty. You took a wall of humor and turned it into a window for connection. Whether it's a friend, a partner, or a coworker, the principle is the same. Mindful communication turns hidden emotion into real dialogue. That's what mindful communicators do. They don't fight sarcasm, they translate it. Because once you learn to hear the feeling behind the joke, you stop reacting to tone and start responding to truth. And that's where real communication begins. Sarcasm is the art of hiding truth in plain sight. It's wit that wounds, humor that hides. But when you learn to hear the emotional message underneath, you stop reacting to tone and start responding to truth. So the next time someone says, "Wow, someone woke up cranky today," don't defend, don't mirror, just listen and decode. Because the calmest person in the conversation generally always sees through the performance. And when you master tone, you master truth. If this video spoke to you, take a second to share it with someone who might be stuck in the same loop of sarcasm and confusion. It could open up a conversation that changes everything. In the next episode of this Truth and Perception series, we'll explore intonation, the sound of manipulation. You'll learn how voice, rhythm, and pacing can expose lies or accidentally create them, and how to use your tone to lead, not just speak. In the meantime, check out the first video in this Truth and Perception series. When someone lies to your face, it shows you the exact phrase that disarms manipulation calmly and confidently, the perfect foundation for everything we've talked about today. Thanks for watching, and remember, truth doesn't divide people, ego does. I'll see you in the next one.